First one, Web App 31. Jay, what's your thoughts on Dr. Rackbulls? I think he is the legitimate record holder in just about everything strength. No, I don't have any interest in doing podcasts. I like just communicating with you guys right here. This is my preferred medium. Peck is coming along. It's really the shoulder, which is lagging behind, which might be a good thing, given that Peck longer to heal. Because, otherwise I'd be training. But work that rear delt. I have been. You making fun of me? Because that's what I've been focusing on. Have you gained weight since you can't train as hard? I don't really think so. I think my percent body fat has gone up, but I don't really think I've gained weight because when you're not training, your appetite naturally slows down a little bit, even if you're eating shitty. You're a ment king, Jay. That last live was legendary. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to rewatch it when I was sober. Jay lost muscle and gained fat. Yeah, probably. What else? What do you think happens when you're injured, you dumb shit? No, I don't do Elvis. Did your beer appetite go higher? You tend to drink more when you're not training, for sure. You said you wanted Leo's unborn baby to die. You guys couldn't tell that was a joke. I said I was using my mental powers. Like, do you guys really think I have mental telepathy? I mean, come on. That was such an outrageous exaggeration of my mental strength that you guys, I can't believe you guys fell for that. I mean, yes, I am mentally strong, but I don't think I can mentally will someone's baby to be born still. I wish I could. Father, won't you see a physical therapist or doctor? Nah, because I, I'm not a pro athlete. I mean, I'm built like one, but you couldn't talk me into getting surgery, even if I got an MRI and there was something that wrong. I'm living my life normal. I'm doing pretty much everything I used to do, with the exception of benching heavy. And I'm sure I'll be back up to benching, decent amount of weight in 6 months or so. I may never rep out 405 again, but life goes on, bro. I'm 51 years old. When was the last time you got a full medical evaluation? Um, I don't know. Have you had any chest pain? Only the day after I smoked too much crack. This is the most fucked up truck stop I've ever been to. You know, pulling into a parking spot when you're a trucker is one of the most dangerous things you can do. You should always back in because when you go to leave, you can't see what the fuck's going on trying to back out of your parking spot. These guys are morons. I'm watching morons on both sides of me that pulled nose into their spot. Some people think it's cool to pull nose in. You get more privacy. It's darker. You know, there are some advantages, but it isn't worth it. This idiot's still trying to back out and people are coming in. I've been a longtime advocate of backing. I don't know what that means. You know, I'll tell you what. I'm pretty decent at backing up. You know, I've been doing it for a long time. But I'll tell you what, doesn't matter how good you are. There are days when you just can't fucking do it right. It's fucking funny. You just got to say, what the fuck is wrong with me? Because everybody has those days where you can't fucking do it. I'm sure in other areas of life, there's things like that. I can't wait for Big J's part in Mr. Snowflake's documentary. What the fuck's that mean? Have you ever hit anything backing up? Yeah, but I didn't tell anybody about it. Oh. Do you drink every day? No. I don't think I've drank since, when was that live stream? 2 nights ago? Mm. Jay, would you have went to Leo's podcast if you got paid? I don't know. I mean, money is nice, but man, you got to stand for something besides making a buck. Otherwise, people think of you like they think of Genova. I mean, I would, for $500, I'd probably go on anybody's podcast. But I'm not gonna do something I don't want to do for $100. Fuck no. Everyone is hanging out with Lee Priest. Meanwhile, you're in a truck alone. Lee Priest lives in Australia, you dumb fuck. Jay, could you beat UFC fighter Francis? Probably not. My last fight didn't go too well. Have you been in an accident? Oh, not in a long, long time. Last time smoking grass. Oh, at least 2 weeks ago. A guy gave me like the end of a doobie was about that much. I probably got like 6 little tokes off it. No shit. Philly Corral is back up and open. Yeah, I stayed at that truck stop last week, and I didn't walk over to the Philly Corral. It was a non-drinking night. If anyone's wondering, that's on I-70 in Smithton, PA, south of Pittsburgh. Is it legal to smoke marijuana while you're a trucker? As long as you pass your piss test, everything's legal. If you don't smoke and you take a couple fucking pecks off a fucking roach, that is going to be out of your system so fucking fast. I mean, I smoke weed once a month, maybe, you know. I mean, that shit is out of you in a couple days if you smoke once a month. Jay, do you recommend doing legs after a pulled ham? No, definitely not. Piss or hair test? DOT tests, like DOT, every trucking company has to sign up to make their employees eligible for DOT, which is federal random drug testing. So every month, DOT picks a bunch of drivers just randomly, like winning the lottery, and your boss gets informed that you've been selected, and then your boss is supposed to surprise you. He's not supposed to give you any warning, and that's a urine test. And DOT post-accident drug tests are also urine. The only time you're ever going to have to do a hair test is going to be a privately paid for test, like pre-employment, where the employer is paying for it. Any post-accident or DOT random is always going to be urine. Jay, what do you think of Nick Walker? I have no idea who that is. What about with hazmat? I don't know. I don't have my hazmat endorsement anymore. Would you raise a black child? If he had the God-given talent to go to Michigan and play quarterback and win a national championship, hell yes. If not, hell no. What's the worst city to drive in? I would say Chicago. Well, New York City, Boston. I've never been to Boston. I mean, there's places in the Northeast truckers won't even go. Um, but I would say like normal cities, not including like Manhattan or Boston. I would say Chicago. The traffic in LA is horrendous. The traffic jams going around Atlanta are pretty bad too. Trucks can't take 75 through downtown Atlanta. You got to take the outer loop. And the traffic on those the traffic is just so bad in Atlanta. Jay, would you ever kiss a Democrat? Not anymore. Have you ever driven through a BLM riot? No, never even seen one. Oh. Hamburg and Leo duo sounds scary. Scary for who? What do you guys think of the beard? I can't stand it. Bad trolls on here, Jay. Yeah, who cares? They're probably 14-year-old kids with pimply faces. Nothing else better to do. Any plans for St. Valentine? Yeah. Probably going to get a big bag of blow and a fucking prostitute. Do so much blow that my cock won't get hard and I'll just piss in her mouth. Yeah, that's not a cookie cutter Valentine's Day. Doing so much blow that your cock won't get hard, you have to piss in the hooker's mouth. Have there ever been a hot lot lizard? I no. What's this bullshit about raspberry jam being my favorite? Did I say that one time? I like strawberry preserves too. Raspberry preserves are pretty fucking good on buttered toast. I mean, hell yeah. I mean, who the fuck doesn't like a piece of toast with butter and some fucking raspberry jam? I mean, goddamn. Big Bear loves strawberry. Bears actually love blueberries, but you don't see any blueberry jam. They don't make a lot of shit out of blueberries. I wonder why. Any of you know-it-alls have an answer to my question? Why you don't see a lot of products made out of blueberry? Andrew dismantled your entire being in his last live. I don't know how. You mean the unemployed gay guy? Who are you talking about? Which Andrew? I've never seen blueberry jelly or blueberry jam. And Prince Andrew doesn't do live streams. Give me a break. If you drug tested me for blow or pot right now, you're going to get negatives. So trust me, I wouldn't say that shit if I did it last night. Red raspberry is the best. Is there any other kind of raspberry? Do your employers know you get drunk in their truck often? We've never actually discussed it. Do they know that I partake in spirits? Yes. Have we ever discussed where the spirits are consumed? No. There's just some things you don't talk about. That's why God invented insulated mugs. You don't put it in people's faces what you're doing. Smucker's red raspberry. Smucker's isn't bad for a cookie cutter jam. I'll tell you what, some of those real fancy fucking jams taste like shit. Hamburg 1975. He claims that's not him. my friend trained to be a freak says, "Say my name." What's up, trained to be a freak? Have you contacted Big Rob Fitness yet? I think you guys would really be a force to be reckoned with. Team Humanity needs a fucking shot in the arm. Jay, have you ever tried jalapeno marmalade? I don't know, but I'm not opposed to it. I don't really know what marmalade is. Hillary or Kamala? I don't know. What are we talking about here? Politics or blowjobs or? Hamburg is nasty. Big J, what's your favorite dog breed? That's easy. Labrador Retrievers. Why are you lie about me, Jay? See, that's the way the real Hamburg talks in that fucked up English. But Hamburg sent me a DM from the real Hamburg Instagram account saying this troll on YouTube is not him. Can anyone verify? Definitely a Kamala BJ. I mean, yeah, she's younger, definitely, but Hamburg, I don't think you can go live with people on YouTube. I don't know the rules. I'm kind of new to this, but I don't think you can go live with other people on YouTube. It's not like Instagram. AOC is risky with those horse teeth. She's a pretty girl, though. You got to admit it. She's crazier than a fucking shithouse rat, but she is pretty. I mean, I'm sorry. As much as stupid as she is, and as much as I can't stand her, she's fucking pretty. Oh, okay. Trained to be a freak wants a shout out. Shout out to Trained to be a Freak. I decided to try and help out Trained to be a Freak so we can get his channel bigger than Leo's. Ever since Leo crossed me. You know, I didn't dislike Leo. I was even going to go on Leo's podcast, if you guys can remember that drama, where me and Leo were always trying to put it together and our schedules never worked out. And finally, I just kind of gave up on it. And, I realized that, pretty much all the Misfits had gone on the Leo Longevity podcast, and it really didn't do anything for them. And so I finally decided, you know what? Trying to get my schedule coordinated with Leo's is a pain in the ass, and it's not going to be worth it anyway. So fuck it. I'm just going to stop. I'm done. So it's not like I had anything against Leo. And then when the trolls really turned on Leo and exposed his true name and his true identity, I even said, man, that's fucked up. He seems like a good guy. You guys are trolling him because he's fucking Muslim and he seems like he's a decent guy. And I was I was against what the trolls were doing to the guy. And obviously Leo didn't see my live stream where I stuck up for him, because next thing you know, fucking Leo's cocksuckering me on his next podcast, like I was behind it or something. So now I'm like, fuck Leo. Well, I don't know the guy. I mean, when I say nice, like, I mean, he was always very cordial and polite and real cool with me, I never dealt with him. Yeah. Just say sorry, Jay. To who? No one wants to hear it. Just a perfect Jay. Is that the real Andrew Kalura? That's great. It might be a troll because he just said the same thing twice. Yeah, notice he doesn't have a profile picture. Why do you guys why do you guys think being on your tippy toes for a bench press is impressive? You guys don't know shit about powerlifting rules. You guys are going off what Lenny said about how it was so impressive that Kalura did that off his tiptoes. You actually get more leg drive and more back arch being on your tiptoes. A lot of raw federations that don't allow cheating make you have your feet flat on the platform. So stop with this tiptoes nonsense. Tiptoes actually is an advantage. It's not anything to brag about. I'm not discrediting Kalura. His 650 raw bench, probably in the history of raw bench press, is probably one of the best lifts in the history of raw bench press. And I'm being 100% fucking honest, no sarcasm, no bullshit, because the kid had Lenny as a coach. I mean, he didn't know what powerlifting was. So if Kalura would have gotten with a real coach and done some board work or some chains or some bands or some floor press or some real powerlifting work, Kalura could have easily done 700 raw. Yeah, and his form is nothing to write home about, but I'm not discrediting him. I'm saying I would put he was light years ahead of the raw powerlifting world in the bench press. So I'm not discrediting Andrew Kalura at all. I think at the time that probably should have been a world record, but he went to some podunk fucking hillbilly fucking meet. Yeah, a lot of federations don't allow tippy toes because you can only get your feet so far back and keep your feet flat on the platform. When people do those ridiculous back arches and put their feet way back, they have to get on their tippy toes. So a lot of federations don't allow tippy toes to try and keep it fair, no cheating. But Cooler didn't know what he was doing. That just felt natural. A lot of powerlifting federations don't even allow your feet to be duck footed with your toes pointing out. A lot of them, your feet have to be flat and straight because when you duck foot your feet, you can push your belly up more. And if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, just right there while you're sitting there in your chair watching this video, duck foot your feet and you can push your belly up more. Turn your feet and you, the minute you go duck foot, you can push your belly up more. Julius Maddox says that is BS in his last video where he benches 771 raw. Well, that guy's obviously the best in the world, but he's doing it what, more than 20 years after Andrew Kalura's 650, right? I really don't know what you're referring to. What he said is bullshit. Toast thing or perfect cycle for a world record bench press. Um, Test, obviously. I would say 2,000 milligrams, 2 grams a test. I would say 900 milligrams deca. And I'm just saying 900 because that would be, if you had deca 300, that would be 3 cc's a week. Might as well add some EQ to that. 900 EQ. If you got EQ 250, 750 EQ. 3 cc's EQ. There's your injectable base. 1,000 milligrams of testosterone cypionate. Test, if you had some test SIP 250, you'd want to be doing 8 cc's a week. 2,000 milligrams. Deca 300, you'd want to be doing 3 cc's a week. EQ 250 or EQ 300, you'd want to be doing 750 to 900 a week. And that's just your injectables. As far as orals, I would say a minimum of 150 milligrams of D-ball or Anadrol. 200 is better if you can not get sick. A lot of people, 150 to 200 is the threshold where you start to feel sick. A lot of people can handle 150, but a lot of people start to feel sick when they take that extra 50 milligrams. They get to 200 and they're like, they can't eat, they get nauseous. So that's probably Scott Mendelson took 20 Anadrol a day. Man, I don't see how that's gonna work. Honestly, see, there isn't anything that can stop Anadrol from aromatizing into progestin. If I was gonna mega dose an oral, I would choose Dianabol over Anadrol because at least with Dianabol, see, Dianabol turns into estrogen. You could actually control Dianabol. I mean, if you're not doing enough Arimidex, you can always get some letrozole and just stop all estrogen conversion. I mean, that's not good for strength and it's not good for anything, but yeah, I don't know if I believe that. A lot of people lie. I mean, I've taken 200 milligrams of Anadrol a day. It's not an enjoyable experience. You basically you feel tired and hungover every single day. The back pumps on Anadrol are brutal. any back pump is brutal. Actually, back pumps, you can get those on Equipoise too. Back pumps are just from having too thick of blood. Hey, bro, you know you're in a handicap spot, right?
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I'm just going in to go use the bathroom or something. I didn't take time for fuel island. So I'll be right back.
I hear you.
I'm trying not to park there again.
I'm just warning you because I've been sitting here for a few hours.
Yeah.
And I've just watched so many people pull in here and pull out because they didn't know it was handicapped.
Okay. I didn't even pay attention.
You got a smoke?
I'm sorry?
You got a smoke?
Yeah. I thought it was just regular reserved parking.
No.
Right.
This one right here is handicapped.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Right. Yeah. It's comical. I sit here. I've been here for a few hours. People come, people go.
Yeah.
Because they don't know it's handicapped.
All right. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Careful now, Jay. We don't want you tearing your pec. I'll tell you what. I'm probably going to be scared to ever go 405 again after that pec. I don't care how strong I get. 405. 405 is scary. No matter how strong you get, I don't care if you can do 405 for 10. When there's four plates on the bar, it's an intimidating set. And once you've torn a pec, I mean, like, I look at 365, I'm not scared at all. But I look at 4 plates on each side, fuck. So this could be a blessing in disguise. Like, you know, maybe I'll start to do more volume and and start to train like a 51-year-old guy should train, and do, you know, more multiple sets of 10 or sets of 12 and do a little bit higher volume, more like a Jay Cutler, Phil Heath approach. Who knows? I could get bigger. Just take more Anadrol. Anadrol sucks, guys. I'm telling you, if you're not a competitive powerlifter, I would stay away from Anadrol. You can't control the aromatization unless you do Prami or Caber, and those are two really horrible ancillary drugs. The side effects of Prami and Caber cause damage to the left ventricle. You know, you want to have heart problems? Do draw. You want to stay healthy? Do D-ball. I can't believe I said you want to stay healthy, do D-ball. But yeah, I did. I just did say that. And there's actually some science behind that. Dave told me. I know science, bro. haven't you had heart problems? I've been lucky, and I think I've been lucky. There, and I'm not an anadrol hound. I think the last time I did draw was that powerlifting contest where I did 500 in the competition 2 summers ago, and I felt like shit on Anadrol. Anadrol is not the same as D-ball. I wouldn't even Anadrol. See, you can somewhat control D-ball with doing some Arimidex. You're not controlling Anadrol. Anadrol doesn't give a fuck. Anadrol is going to do what Anadrol wants. So if you want to control what your drugs are doing, I stay away from draw. Anadrol calls the shots. Once you start doing Anadrol, you're not in control of your cycle anymore. I'm going to sneak in a quick piss. Not minty enough today, maniacs. The parking lot pisser. Use Anadrol as a pre-workout. Actually, any oral is a good pre-workout. I found that shit. As much as I hate the stuff, I think Winstrol orals are a great pre-workout. There is nothing that they make on the planet that is going to mentally supercharge you for a workout more than popping a Winstrol oral. Because when you take a Winstrol oral, you just think that, like, I'm scientifically in a super anabolic mode. So yeah, fuck Anadrol as a pre-workout. You want to do a good pre-workout, get some water-based testosterone or some test no ester in oil, TNE, which is the same thing as water-based test, but it's in an oil. How much TNE recommend pre-workout, Bully? You probably only need 50 milligrams. But it's usually 100 milligrams per cc. So what's your favorite song by Duran Duran? I don't know. Name a couple. If you had to fight McCuck again, what would you do differently? I would give up the way I was lifting, for one, and hire a boxing coach. Consensus or Eagles? Definitely Eagles. I love Joe Walsh. Good first cycle of test. Um, I don't recommend test only cycles because they're really bad for collagen production. Um, if you're going to do test cycle, you need to throw something else in there for many different reasons. Um, One would be collagen production, the other is going to be sex drive. Best cycle for hard cock. Oh, that's easy. Test, Masteron, and Winstrol. That's the porn star cycle right there. Test, Masteron, and Winstrol. No, I have not tried SARMs, and I'm not going to do SARMs. After what happened to Boston Lloyd, the science isn't in on these SARMs, and we all know what steroids do. We don't know what SARMs are going to do to people long term. My Maserati does 185. Now I don't drive. Yeah, that's a great song. Life has been good. Thoughts on rack press to improve bench? Um, I think for raw bench press where you're not wearing a shirt, rack press is incredible. I see a lot of guys that bench with a shirt. They do the floor press, which I think if you're not going to go in competition wearing a bench shirt is completely stupid and ridiculous. Doing a floor press, but rack press, yeah. The, Doing a rack press is almost like doing deadlifts for your chest because you're starting from a dead stop. And there's no better way to build brute strength than starting from a dead stop. So if you want to just become just really stupid strong, rack presses are probably the best way to be because if you can start with something at a dead stop, that's like bullying a weight. You're going to be a bully. Whatever you can rack press, you just bullied that weight. When you take it off the pins on a regular bench press and bring it down, that's easy. If you start from the bottom in a rack press, like benching inside a squat rack, you're bullying the weight. You're going to get bully strength. Who would win in a fight, a power lifter versus an Olympic lifter? That's going to differ between the individual. I mean, how many of you guys want to fight Bill Kazmaier? You know, the 60-year-old man or however old he is that hosts the world's strongest man. You want to go fight Kaz? Go ahead. Bullying the bedroom with hand. What? I don't know what that means. I say Olympic lifter would win. You know, Olympic lifters are incredible athletes, and I, when I was at I've done a couple of strongman competitions, and in the middleweight division, um, Olympic lifters are absolutely dominant in strongman in middleweight, but they just can't hang with the big boys in heavyweight. But if you're talking middleweights, Olympic lifters, and even CrossFitters are incredible in strongman in the middleweight division. But you know, you want to play with the big boys, you got to have some powerlifting experience. There's heavyweight Ole lifters. Yeah, I get that, but there's still even heavyweight Olympic lifters are deficient in a lot of skills to win a strongman show. Whereas a middleweight Olympic lifter can dominate a strongman show. And I can't tell you why. I'm just telling you from what I've seen. Thoughts on power cleans? Power clean is incredible for sports. Probably one of the best exercises for sports, bar none. So if you're doing football or basketball or track and field or baseball, yeah, I'd be doing power cleans, not an Olympic clean, because those are nonsense. Where you squat down to the ground to grab the weight, those are nonsense. A power clean is more for athletes. What is your PR for bicep curls? I have no idea. Can you curl 225? Fuck no. Are you fucking stupid? Now, back in college, I used to do cheat curls with 225, like Dale Chance curls. Yeah, I could do 225. But I don't curl 225 at my age. That's just asking for a fucking torn bicep. Dumbbell PR curls. That's stupid too. Feels like you're breathing through a straw doing a full clean. Yeah, if you guys care about sports, now an Olympic clean and a power clean are very different. Like a power clean, you're gonna pull the bar high and you're gonna catch it high. And in an Olympic clean, you're just gonna get it off the fucking ground, and then when it slows down, you squat down to the bottom and catch it, and then squat, and then do basically a front squat and stand up with it. So they're completely two different lifts. You can't even compare the two. PR on front squat, Jay. When I was in college, and I was a hammer thrower on the track team. Um, I could front squat 405 for 8 or 10. I mean, I was pretty good at it, dude. I was 21 years old. Now I'm 51. That was 30 years ago. Hey man, can I get another one of those smokes?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm a fucking loser.
I didn't say that.
I'm just joking.
Here, I'll give you a cup. This is my last pack. Got a couple of asparagus. So fucking expensive up here. Got it? Have a go, boss.
Thank you. So happy. I could cry. Where's my lighter? I saw somebody put something on there that a power clean is caught above parallel and a Olympic clean is caught below parallel. Yeah, exactly. Now I'm pissed. Can't find my fucking lighter. this is fucked. Fuck. There it is. Ugh. 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 Almost pissed myself.
Upcoming violation, 14-hour workday limit,
shut
11-hour driving limit. Chuck E. Cheese, what are you talking about? Jay, have you ever eaten a fart box? Yeah, unfortunately. Sometimes you get so fucking horny you can't help yourself. But, the next day you're like just disgusted with yourself. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Why'd I do that? And I'd rather jack off watching some other guy lick a chick's asshole, honestly. I mean, I like the idea of licking an asshole, but I just, I don't want to do it. I mean, I've done it. It's kind of like it's kind of like putting a hot chick's toes in your mouth. I like the idea of it. I like watching it on porn. But no, I mean, especially if you run with shady chicks, you don't want to lick their asshole. That's a great way to get hepatitis. Most decent women don't want you licking their asshole. You know, do all your asshole licking before you find the girl you want to marry. Every girl I bang doesn't mind it. Oh, Jesus Christ. You must be running with whores. Chuck E. Cheese says it's censorship, our freedoms. I don't know what you're talking about, Chuck E. Cheese. I missed your comment. What happened to Jim Haynes? I have no idea. Beef Lewis, howdy from Montana. Hey, Beef. Next time I'm out in Montana, let's do some hunting, bro. I'd love an excuse to go buy a Marlin 450 lever action. And trust me, I'm not going in the woods in Montana where there's grizzly bears fucking everywhere without a Marlin 450 lever action. Oh. Are you still friends with the Cuban? Of course. Why not just carry a 45-70 revolver? Well, you could. Do they even make such a thing? That's crazy. Glock 10 millimeter. Where can you get 10 millimeter bullets these days? Blunderbuss. 10 millimeter is an insane round. I don't even think Glock makes a 10 millimeter anymore. Glock 33 is chambered in bad at 357. Yeah, whatever. I'll tell you, if you're going in dangerous country like where there's fucking grizzly bears, you don't want a fucking Glock. You want a fucking lever action gun or a revolver. Like, if I was going deer hunting in Montana where there's fucking grizzlies and I was carrying a fucking big long barreled bolt action fucking magnum rifle, I would want a guide with me with a little lever action carbine with something that could actually kill a fucking grizzly. And we'd both be carrying sidearms that could kill a grizzly. Like, I would carry my 44 mag, and I would want my guide to be, have a 454 Cassell on his hip. What's the difference between gaze and a refrigerator? I have no idea. Refrigerators don't fart when you pull the meat out of them. That's fucked up. Is your Cuban your little bear, Jay? No, Cuban's not gay. He's happily married to a, very cute woman, and they have a family, and he's not homosexual. Now, I've tried, but he's not homosexual. Whatever happened to Moses? I don't know. Moses posts every once in a while. I think he's doing more of a CrossFit thing nowadays. I don't know. Would you dominate a Filipino gay man? Absolutely not. Talk about that Kalura thing you posted about. Are you talking about the Delray Misfits podcast that features Lenny and Andrew Kalura? That speaks for itself. I don't need to say one thing about it. Jay, you have any advice for someone that's gone bankrupt and lost everything? Well, you're actually free, bro, because the bank doesn't own you now. Um, you got to look at this like a fucking opportunity. Like, what do you mean own anything? Like furniture and stereos and stupid shit like that doesn't matter. I mean, possessions are complete nonsense. Think about it. Like, if you had three suitcases, if you went to the store and you went and got a set of luggage that included three sets or three pieces of luggage, a big suitcase, a carry-on, and then something smaller, and then maybe got yourself a backpack. So you actually had four things. Everything you care about in life should be able to fit in those four pieces of luggage. Everything else is just bullshit. I mean, what do you want? Yearbooks from fucking high school? I mean, junior high fucking track trophies? I mean, come on, man. You care about a couch? I mean, that shit doesn't matter. All I need is my gun, my dog ashes, ammo, and beef jerky. Well, I would probably not carry around the dog ashes. Maybe dump those in the garden where you grow your tomatoes. Wouldn't you like to grow some good tomatoes? Where you composted your dog ashes and say, yeah, this one's for Rex. He was a good dog. This is a good tomato. All I need is a little weed. Beer is only temporary. Beer doesn't matter. What soccer position did you play, bully? I started out as a defenseman, and then I moved to halfback once I learned how to play the game. And I always tried to play center halfback so I could take the throw-ins. because I prided myself on throw-ins. I said this before on a live stream where I took an old dead soccer ball and filled it with sand and then wrapped it with fucking silver duct tape. And I used to practice my throw-ins with a dead soccer ball loaded with sand wrapped in silver duct tape. Before I started lifting weights, that's what I did. No, I was not the best sixth grade soccer player. I was definitely a role player. I'll tell you what. In the I always played house league soccer. Um, because I wasn't very good. Um, I didn't get picked up by a travel team till I was in the ninth grade, and I remember our very first game. We started out my very first game with the team. We started out. It was indoor soccer, and because it wasn't even fucking springtime yet, and I remember we were playing. I think the name of that team was the Carpathia Kickers, and this guy was fucking guarding me a little bit too dirty that I liked, but the ref wasn't fucking calling any shit, and I just got a little fed up with this guy, and I wound up he guarded me a little what I thought was dirty, and I fucking threw the guy to the ground, and which was a yellow card, obviously. But the guy comes walking up to me, and I punch him in the fucking face. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna let him punch me first. And we both wound up getting ejected from the fucking game. But I I did that because it was my first game with the new team. I had to set a fucking a precedence. Like, you're not going to guard me dirty. I'm going to punch you in the fucking face. I don't care if I get a red card. So I got kicked out of my very first game with my travel team. But I wouldn't do that over in a million years. That's what you do. Someone's guarding you dirty, and you want your players to respect you, you get the red card. Would you let Genova live in your truck? No. I wouldn't let any man spend the night in my truck. Jay, change your ways. Oh, thank you, Train to Be a Freak. Hey, Train to Be a Freak. I watched a little bit of one of your videos about microdosing your TRT and doing the subcutaneous. I think that's sound science. Um, I, and I might imp- implement a little bit of that. So now we're friends. No, I didn't tear it back that day. I was in condition back then. You, Lenny, and Jason should live together, live stream. Jay, did your mommy come to the game? No, she was too busy with her fucking second husband at that point in her life. See, sometimes you got to let adversity become a positive in your sporting endeavors. And if you have anger or resentment, take it out on the sporting field. How's that for being real? Trained to ride coattails. Do you think steroids are addictive like other hard drugs? Yes. Now, physically, I can never go off TRT because I got full blood work done when I was 40 and my testosterone was 179, which is pathetic. And I got legally prescribed TRT when I was 40, which if you can do the math, I'm 51. So I've been on legal TRT for 11 years. So would I ever go off test? No, because I know I would go back to 179. Now, is juicing it up a little bit addictive? Fuck yes. Addictive like hard drugs? I don't know if it's addictive like hard drugs, like cocaine or heroin. No, but mentally addictive? Yes. Because if you're on TRT and you do 6 weeks of D-ball or 6 weeks of fucking equipoise, you're gonna feel the gains and you're gonna want to keep those gains. Father. How do you deal with your favorite sports team sucking? Well, I think it has a lot to do with political correctness, honestly. Um, Last summer, Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh marched in a BLM parade with his players, and he wound up starting a black quarterback this year who absolutely sucked. And he basically ran off campus. The kid who I think should have started, Dylan McCaffrey. And if you guys recognize the last name, his older brother, Christian McCaffrey, is one hell of a running back in the NFL. And his dad, was an NFL player as well. So yeah, I think politics play into fucking sports. So I think Jim Harbaugh is soft. I think he's a player's coach, and I think that played into the fact that he started Joe Milton, an African American gentleman who sucks. And Michigan won 2 games this year. Thoughts on PM transgender athletes playing sport? I don't, dude. Everyone knows that's nonsense. Conservative muscle. He seems to be a pretty good friend of mine, but I don't know who he is. Oh, the Cuban is on here. Father, do you think your breath stinks because your liver failing? No. What happened to your main IG account? I think I'm on a 1 month suspension for that meme I posted that portrayed the Prophet Muhammad as being homosexual. Remember, the powers that be are always going to side with the Prophet Muhammad, and it's just the politically correct world we live in, and if you can't deal with that, then you better just go find a safe place and go curl up and cry. But I'm here to fight it. Well, I know how the world works, Dick Shooter. The Europe is completely socialist. Um, See, I believe on everybody starting from an equal starting line, whereas liberals believe everybody should be equal at the finish line. Hey, I'm not going to sit here and stick up for Christianity. I think there's a lot of flaws in Christianity because I believe in, I'm a science guy. Dave told me I know science. What's your thoughts on Gretchen Whitmer? I'd like to see her feet. A pig like that probably has pretty cute feet. But other than that, I'd like to butt fuck her and then make her suck my cock after my dick's been in her ass. Does Gabby Gizmo bench press on her tippy toes? No, my plans of benching 545 to break that world record are over after that last injury. The amount of drugs it would take me to break that world record, I'm just not willing to do anymore. Not after this injury. Thoughts on Train to Be a Freak? I look. I don't really know the guy. I think he was a little misguided when he chose to use me to attack. I think he may be a little bit more grounded now. But I don't really know the guy. So do you like redheaded women? My problem with redheaded women is they tend to be so fair skinned. Um, their feet are usually so pale. They don't even look good with toenail polish. Like they have white feet. It's gross. Thoughts on Chef Crackhead? I I haven't seen Chef Crackhead. Are you talking about the real Chef Crackhead or the troll account? Because the troll account, I loved that guy, but he seems to have fallen off the map. Now the real Chef Crackhead, he's a fucking douchebag. Jason's uncle is a fucking scumbag. But the troll account Chef Crackhead, man, was he a cool guy. Troll Chef Crackhead got banned. I believe it. Are you on Ruckus? No. I don't go on Ruckus, just like I didn't go on where they used to hang out, the other page, because that's where they get to go and spew their hate. And I don't want to get involved over there. You know what I mean? Like, let them have their place to talk about the Misfits and figure it out on their own, you know, and I don't belong there. I'm doing my own thing right here. Reddit, right. I never went on Reddit. I didn't. It's just it's not appropriate to go on the page where the people there are attacking you. I mean, let them have their space. You know, they want to come on my page, whatever. Look, let's rumble. But I'm not going on their page. You're a favorite on Ruckus, Bully. I don't know. I have no clue. Like, I know that nobody's going to be more popular than Lenny for obvious reasons. But other than that, everything they got to say is probably bullshit. Jason and you are kings on Ruckus. Okay. What if they have you moderator or admin rights on Ruckus? That would probably require a lot of my time because I'm not going to do something unless I can do it 100%. I would consider that, but only if I could donate my time 100%. Like, I'm not going to go on Ruckus being a moderator at 50% because I don't do anything 50%. But no, if they really wanted me, I would think about it. But man, do I really need another platform of social media? I mean, I'm trying to maintain my Facebook, my Instagram account, my YouTube. You know. Says the guy with no car, no house, no wife, no kids, and piss poor health. I got my priorities. The Cuban against Big Rob. I think Big Rob has better conditioning. But that's real. That's really all I know about those two fellas. I really don't know much about the Cuban's background. I mean, the Cuban could be a complete badass. I really don't know. I don't know a lot about the fella. And yeah, I'd rather see Big Rob fight Adam McLeod. Because remember, Adam McLeod is the one who framed Big Rob for having Lenny fired, which I don't believe. I think that shit was all fake bullshit. So If Big Rob needs to pound anybody, it's Adam McLeod. Yeah, I would love to see Big Rob fight Adam McLeod, or Big Rob fight fucking Big Brad Wolf. I mean, I know a bunch of you guys on here are probably Big Brad Wolf fucking fans, but not so fast, my friends. I think Big Rob could pound Big Brad Wolf. Just my opinion. See, I personally think Big Big Rob Fitness would be pretty deadly in a boxing ring, um, because his conditioning is just fucking stellar. I mean, the guy trains like 2 hours a day, every fucking day. He doesn't miss a day. Um, it, I think Big Rob Fitness, if Big Brad Wolf got in the ring with him, Big Brad Wolf would be spitting up fucking cigarettes and weed and child support checks. There's no way Big Brad Wolf is getting in the ring with Big Rob Fitness. How many of you guys think Big Brad Wolf would beat Big Rob Fitness in a fucking boxing ring? Come on, let me hear from you. I'm telling you right now, my man from Team Humanity would murder Big Brad Wolf. Murder him. Big Rob Fitness would murder McLeod, murder fucking Bradley Murray, or Bradford Murray. If we had a Misfits boxing challenge, Big Rob Fitness would come in there and fucking murder everybody. Now, Prince Andrew gets a bye. Robzilla is by far the most dangerous. I have to agree with that comment because I really like Robzilla. Um, and Robzilla is definitely dangerous. Um, but we're talking about boxing. When you're talking about dangerous people, a lot of that dangerous shit goes out the window. Like, Kalura would probably be pretty dangerous in a boxing ring. Absolutely. But why are we talking about boxing? I mean, Brandon wants to know what actually happened between you and the Misfits. Dude, are you some kind of retard? There is no Misfits. The Misfits is just a YouTube channel that Andrew runs. The rest of it is all bullshit. Here's here's what's happening. Brad is trying to get fucking Andrew Kalura all wound up to want to kick my ass. And not so fast, your friends. Not in Florida, it's not going to happen. Only Andrew can kick you out? What do you mean kick me out? The Misfits still exist, you're just not in it. When was the last time you saw a Misfits video? You guys are clowns. Oh, I would never box Andrew Kalura. Absolutely not. If Andrew Kalura wanted to come down to Florida and kick my ass, I would probably pull out my 357 and shoot him. And you can tell him that. Yeah. You guys want to know what really broke my heart? All you trolls, stop your bullshit. I'm I'm gonna I'm gonna give you guys the fucking real deal right here. What really broke my heart is that last video that Leo did. And it was Brad and Lenny and Andrew Kalura. And Andrew Kalura is usually pretty smart. He knows not to talk smack about me because he knows I'll shoot him in the fucking chest. But for some reason, he got stupid and started talking smack about me. And, you know, there's Brad, you know, typical tough guy, you know, egging him on. I really got hurt that Lenny didn't stand up for me. And you know, if Lenny was my real friend, Lenny would have said, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" But Lenny just sat there like a fucking zombie, and you know, so whatever. If Lenny's not my friend anymore, you know what? Life goes on, brothers. Life goes on. I I mean, I know I've said a lot of shitty things about Lenny, like about him sucking dick and about him being a homo, but I have stuck up for him so many fucking times. And the fact that Lenny can't stick up for me when these other two pussies are fucking ripping on me, you know, whatever. I know the game. It's just social media, you know. But Lenny's starting to become a fake friend to me. Like he should have told fucking Kalura, stay in your fucking lane, or he should have told Brad, stay in your fucking lane. But you know what? Lenny just sat there and did nothing. Lenny didn't talk shit about me. Lenny didn't do anything wrong. But he let those other two fucking cocksuckers run their mouth about me. And, you know, do I want to say that hurt my feelings? Maybe a little. But you know what? I know Lenny's program. I know not to let Lenny hurt my feelings because Lenny plays the game just like I play the game. Like we talk shit and we don't let each other's feelings get involved. But still, you know, that being said, shit. I'm just saying, if Lenny was a man, Lenny would have put his foot down on that Leo Longevity podcast and said, "Who the fuck are you guys? Jay Masters is a fucking good person. Fuck you guys." But Lenny didn't. And I've got to live with that. And I am. I'm living with it right now. And but I know the big politics of it. Like you guys got to understand the big politics, like what Lenny is going through, trying to stick up for his friends, and when it might be better for him to maybe, you know, let these people trash Jay Masters, might somehow benefit him financially. Eh, I can live with that. I can live with that. But I fucking love Lenny. But I it, I knew Lenny long before I knew anything about him. And that's why I'm not judgmental against Lenny. Um, but I just thought that maybe he should have stuck up for me a little bit, but he didn't. He just let his little butt buddy, fucking Andrew Kalura, and his butt buddy Brad run their mouth. But I get that. I mean, Brad gives Lenny money, and Lenny's got to look out for Lenny. So if Lenny's going to let other people throw Jay Masters under the bus, Lenny's going to let that happen, because Lenny doesn't want to bite the fucking hand that feeds him. And I'm smart enough to understand that, and I know what's going on. I mean, if I had $1,000 to give fucking Lenny, he would be saying, "Oh, fuck you guys. You guys are assholes. Fuck you guys for talking that shit about Jay." Lenny would be my best friend. But I understand what's really going on. Leo Longevity is preying on two people that are. Do I need to say any more? Or, the moral of the story is, no matter what happens on that Leo Longevity podcast, I'm not turning my back on Lenny. Everybody else can go fuck themselves. Is that enough? Nobody stands for shit anymore. Kalura will have fun at Bradford's while you rot in your truck. Who's paying for Kalura to come down? Stop comparing me to Kalura. I make so much money. I smoke crack with fucking prostitutes on the weekends. Kalura is job hunting. So don't get us out of the. Don't even talk about us in the same equation.
Upcoming violation, 14-hour workday limit, 11-hour driving limit.
Thank Jesus, I never sucked cock, and thoughts on 50% of the Misfits being gay. Well, that math is actually pretty bad. I only know of 2 Misfits that have had homosexual sex, and so the math is bad. Three, including Jason. Jason had sex with a man. Jesus fucking Christ. I forgot about Jason being with the trainee. Fuck. Yeah, but do we have proof that Jason actually sucked that trainee's dick? I mean, Jason is a retard. Fucking trainees are gonna use a retard. Cynthia versus Emma. What kind of question is that? I would marry Emma. Who's Cynthia? Some half-breed piece of shit? Um, do you consider McCuck a misfit? No, I actually consider McCuck a journalist. Dale Chance would knock you out. Well, maybe. He's 10 years younger than me. Good for him. What's the worst city to visit? I would say Gary, Indiana. I didn't know McCuck had a daughter. No, I didn't congratulate him. Dude, I play to win the fucking game. I don't fucking congratulate people when they have kids. I want their kids to get eaten by fucking pit bulls. I'm fucking a nasty, nasty motherfucker. If McCuck's baby fell off the fucking truck and got eaten by a pit bull, I'd be happy. Fuck you guys. I can't congratulate people about having a fucking baby. How about congratulating Big Brad Wolf about having another baby? I want the Taco Queen to get pregnant. You assholes that are criticizing me, how about we start praying for the Taco Queen to get pregnant? Fuck you. Let's go, maniacs. Use the force. Taco Queen is gonna get pregnant. Okay, I don't have any tinfoil, but I'd love to put some tinfoil on my head. I'm sending rays to the Taco Queen to absorb semen. Oh wait, she swallowed it. They sell corns, Jay. Lefty Nero Productions. Smoky smoke. You're a cocksucker.